Kenny, what did you see with Nick at Auburn?
Not aggressive enough, not physical enough, not quite ready for the battle. In this game, similar to the Mississippi State game that we're going to see tomorrow, you better be the aggressor. If not, you'll be on your heels the whole night, which was a great lesson for him. Doc Wiley, kid Austin Wiley, really played hard against him, really tried to be physical with him. In return, he had a double-double. That kid did. We're not going to win if Nick Richards isn't playing well.
Kenny, that said, Wiley played 18 minutes. There was a stretch where he had 3 fouls early, and Nick had smaller guys on him. Why in those moments do you think once Wiley set that tone and just kind of took Nick out of the game?
I'll say this to you. It has nothing to do with the opponent. It's all within Nick and his mental and how he approaches the game. Yesterday I sat down with him and talked to him about, do you remember a year ago? Do you remember 2 years ago when you were saying, I just want to play, man, I'll do whatever, just let me play. Well, not only are you getting a chance to play, how you play determines if this team is going to win or lose. So that's a lot of responsibility. You better mentally come in this thing every single day, prepare for war.
What kind of challenge is Reggie Perry?
Tough challenge. He's an NBA player. Big, strong, athletic, can shoot it, tough around the basket. It's going to be a big challenge for our guys, especially when he's at the 4, because he's 6'9", 6'10", and again, athletic, great touch around the basket, can shoot jump shots, can beat you off the dribble, and he's a great rebounder. So he's a big part of what they're doing, and a big part of our success is how we handle him.
Are you, in some ways, I mean, maybe not, but in some ways glad that this is the immediate follow-up to a game where your big guys get challenged and aren't up to it, that you can immediately turn around and have another one?
It's very similar. A team like Mississippi State they're a great rebounding team, they're a great offensive rebounding team, they're big, they're strong, they're physical, probably the most physical team in the SEC. They have good shooters. They play hard. They're really good defensively. So to follow Auburn up with them there are some similarities.
After the game at Auburn, Cal kind of threw out maybe the question of, was Nick arrogant? And just sort of like, I guess, I'm Nick, back off. Did you see any sign of that? Or?
No, I don't think Nick is not in a position of where he can come in this environment day after day after having success, come here and feel good about anything. The time for Nick to feel good is when he leaves this program and he's a success story. Until that time, every single day that he's here, we're pushing him for greatness. You play great, next day. So I don't personally see arrogance. Again, I see a guy that was the aggressor and he wasn't, and it set the tone for the game.
Kenny, last week after Vanderbilt, there was so much talk about needing Nick to stay out of foul trouble. How does he, or basically any player, balance that with still being aggressive in the way he was?
It's a tough situation. Him and Ashton very similar. They have such a major impact to this program, to this team, to their teammates. Our success rides with them, and the responsibility for them, Ashton in particular, is to be disciplined. We know you have great hands, but there are times in the games where you have to show your hands to the referees, because if your hands are down and you reach, they could blow that whistle. We teach play without fouling. That's what we teach. So when you see a game win 40-something free throws, and we're teaching that, then there's either one or two things: a lack of discipline on our behalf, or the referee's eyes didn't see hands up, one or the other.
Kenny, sometimes when it gets into one of those really physical games, do you feel like at times the team that backs up, that backs away from it, ends up on the worst end of the whistle?
No question. I think that if you look at our season, the successes, the games that we won, we were the aggressor. When you look at our losses, we were on our heels. Whether that was Evansville, whether that was Utah, whether that was Ohio State, when we're not the aggressor, we're in a dogfight.
What did Nick, when you've told us what you said to Nick, what did he say to you when you sat down about what happened?
He understood, he remembers, he knows. He understands why, there are days when he's done so well and everybody's giving him credit and love and admiration for how far he's came. And he's wanting that from us, from Coach, from myself, from Barbie, from Joe. Well, we can't give him that. We can't allow him to ever relax because we have a thin margin, very thin. We're not a overpowered, the most talented team in the SEC. We're not the most talented team in the country. We have really good players and we got to play well to win. And each guy, especially Nick, has to bring their part to the table.
What's going on with Ashton and the turnovers?
I just think they're careless. Has nothing to do with the defender. More to do with his mindset and carelessness and undiscipline at times. When we watch him on film, just take the eyes off the ball. It's for no reason. It hit his foot for no reason. Just has to be a little more focused. Probably some of it is minutes, playing a lot of minutes. The season is long. We played a lot of games. We practice hard here. But you got to mentally be locked in.
Getting with EJ, so much has been made of his conditioning. I mean, he's so talented. There's got to be more to it than that. What do you see as what he needs to do?
I think a part of it is conditioning. I think a majority of it is mentality. Can I fight through? Will I fight through? Again, another kid that I would say, high character kid, that his battle isn't the opponent. His battle is how he sees himself, how he fights through whatever it is that's holding him back. He's capable. He's a very good basketball player that has to learn to fight through his own demons. He's headed in the right direction. There are times that he does some unbelievable things for us to win that doesn't get in the newspaper clippings or whatever, but he's an integral part of what we do here, and we need him to play better.
When you talk about what a threat Perry can be when he's at the floor, one thing that I feel like we have seen EJ do well is move his feet and play pretty good defense. Do you hope that this is the kind of game when that matchup happens, he can rise to it?
I mean, again, the kid is an NBA player. There'll be a bunch of scouts coming here to see him. There's a challenge there. So EJ's capable. Nick is capable. How about Keon Brooks? You may have to guard him at times when we play you at the 4. So don't care that he's 100 pounds bigger. You got to fight. So there's a challenge there that we got to rise up to that challenge and have success against him.
How big of a mountain to climb is it when the other guys, as you say, 100 pounds heavier? I mean, that seems hopeless. From the outside looking in, it may be, but within, you have no choice. You have to fight. These games, wins and losses, aren't coming down to strategies and defensive plays and offensive strategies of what you want to do and defensive strategies of how you want to guard this. This is your will to win. Battle by battle, possession by possession. What are you willing to do to fight to help this team win? It doesn't care that, you give up 100 pounds. We don't care. Don't care that you get a bad whistle. You got to win anyway. That's why you chose this school. We win historically when the odds are against us. There are no excuses here.
Kenny, you talked about how important Nick and Ashton are. This late in the season, is it still fair to expect other guys to step up so you're not as reliant on them, or is that just who you are?
I mean, we need Nate Sestina to play better. We need him to relax and play hard, and the things that he did before he got here, the fight, the toughness, the energy, the effort to get things done. We need that. This team sorely needs him, and he's trying. We need more.
Couple more guys.
This is gonna sound naive, but what about positive reinforcement with Nick? I mean, you're saying, you know, love here. What about a little bit of love to, you know?
This ain't the place for that.
It's not to-
Not with me, not with Coach. Look, we love him, we cherish him, we hug him and kiss him, but at the end of the day, when you step on that wood, your job is to fight. What you did yesterday is history. What you did the game before is history. We forgetting about that. We on to the next. It's just what it is. That's why we have so many guys that have had success in this game, because we don't lay on our successes. We move on to the next.
He struggled, Nick, in the 2 games in Vegas, and then came back and had been great until Saturday. What did you see him getting over that hump, whereas in the past, when he had an off game, maybe it was in the tank for a while?
I don't think it's a rhyme or reason to it. I just think it's game to game, moment to moment, second to second. If Nick comes out with the mentality that I'm playing well tonight, I'm going to fight you, I'm going to rebound, I'm going to make strong moves around the basket, I'm going to post up hard, I'm going to move my feet on defense with my hands up, I'm going to contest and block shots, then he's going to play well. If he decides, I don't know, I don't quite feel like I can move my feet, or I can't fight you in the post, or I'm standing straight up and I'm erect, the guy's going to win the battle. It's really that simple.
Very good. Thanks, Josh.
All right.